Yeah, listener, full disclosure, I didn't know who Wing C was when you asked me. But so I went and researched him, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad you asked the question. The answer is a very important part of what the fight game is. And since the UFC came into the fight game and really raised all ships, right? Like first, outlaw sport, they did their best to make it legitimate. They made it legitimate, and now they're doing something that is something that always happens. The fight game is part sport and part carnival. And when you try to take the carnival atmosphere out of it, you lose. And what am I talking about? Bellator, MMA, right? I'm not saying they lost. I mean, everybody made money along the way. That's great. But the tournament thing, where we put the best against the best and the most deserving guy goes forward, that's not what we want in life. And by the way, generally, that's not how life is either. So I understand why that doesn't seem to work out. Let's talk early days UFCs. There were some really interesting characters. The Diaz brothers, Big Country, that Dana White kind of put on the shelf. And why did Dana White do that? I think Dana White was so used to fighting for legitimacy, saying, no, I'm a real sport, He forgot that the fight game isn't all real sport. Like the fight game is part carnival. And Dana woke up very late to that, right? It's one of the reasons Nick Diaz left the UFC. Dana didn't see the value. Nate Diaz took a really long time until he subbed Conor. Dana didn't really understand the gold mine he had. And thank God for the Diaz brothers that happened. For Big Country, it never happened. I'll tell you this. If Dana did for Big Country what he did for Michael Bisping and some other guys that he really thought highly of, I think we could add Big Country as a champion. And guess what? All those NASCAR guys would have loved it, and we would have had a huge amount of more fans. Now, listen, with the carnival element, unfortunately, a lot of times it's not real, right? CM Punk, not real, right? Like, you can't just decide, I'm going to become an MMA guy because I'm really great at WWE, which is mostly acting, right? Some physical elements, but not real physical elements, right? Like, not the ones where you're actually duking out in the ring. You got to have some competency to make anything out of it. And Big Country had competency. Both the Diaz brothers did for their time. I mean, I think MMA outgrew them because you can't pretend like MMA is just boxing and jiu-jitsu because wrestling and kickboxing play a huge part. I mean, the rise of kickboxing and MMA in recent years, Adesanya, Pereira, and whatnot, has been very, very noticeable, right? And that's to say nothing of Prates, Morales, and, a bunch of other guys that have, really good striking skills. So, look, Wing C was a fraud and he got beat down like a fraud, right? But that will always reveal itself because those people will always lose. CM Punk, Wing C, people like that. Until they lose, though, they're a lot of fun and that's cool. I mean, I'm okay with the world being part carnival because guess what? It's part carnival anyway. You could have the best man leaves his cage, and guess what? God steps in and intervenes. It's never the best man that leaves that cage. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Art imitating life once again. Everybody, like and follow for more on the fight game.